Hi folks, right, this package, once these videos are free to you, the materials used to paint them are not free. These are some watercolours that I just replenished. Let's just undo that. So I've got a couple of, I've got Payne's Grey, because I used a lot of that. But it doesn't want to come out of the box. Oh, come on. Right, okay, so two of those, and what's the surprise for this one? A couple of burnt sienna, my favourite colour. So I can throw those boxes in there. Now this is a quite a large piece of paper. It's 16 by 12. I think it's 16. No, it's not. It's 20 by 16. It's not the size I usually work on, but I've got a block of it. Well, there's not much left of it now. Frank gave it to me. I'm going to just take the camera down a little bit. That's it. That's a bit better. So I'm only going to paint within that bit there. Colours. It's oil painting, obviously. I'm going to pour out some yellow. This is a chrome yellow. Doesn't matter, yellow, pale yellow, cadmium yellow light. This is yellow, ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, and Payne's Grey, which I don't count as a colour. This is a piece of canvas paper that's stayed around. It's good stuff. It's quite tough. I might have a mount for it if this picture goes to completion. I'll just put these over here with my watercolours. Right, I've got a box of. Can you hear that? I've got handfuls of these things. The people, friends, they start painting, buy all of it, then they give up. Usually before they've or after they've spent loads and loads of money on expensive watercolours, you won't use them. You buy them in boxes. Oh, beginner's set of watercolours or oil paints. I use 5 colours: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the white and the black, or the Payne's Grey. If I was painting buildings, I'd probably add another colour, maybe alizarin crimson or burnt umber, something like that. But doing what I'm doing now, I only need five colours. That's all you need, 5 colours. And you don't have to buy the big tubes like I do, the 200ml size ones. But brushes, well, after years of spending money on brushes, I learnt the lesson that you just don't need it all. You know, worn out brushes. I'm going to do this painting probably with this inch varnish brush, and the texture with a couple of these, the worn out ones. That's it. My mate Alan Owen, he apart from sending me all his oil paints when he packed up oil painting, he sent me a variety of brushes. It was very kind of him, and no doubt I'll get around to using them. I'll use 1 or 2 of them. So here we go. So what am I going to paint? Well, yesterday I did that river picture, which is doing very well on Facebook anyway. We should have gone out on our bike ride yesterday morning along the River Wandle, but we didn't because the weather was awful. Not much better today. We're promised some sunny spells at the weekend, whereby I can, well, get my barbecue uncovered and fired up. Well, fired up. I use gas now because charcoal is not good for chests. Right, okay, so 3 brushes. If I need a rigger, I'll use that one. But so I don't like these ones when they go to a square end. I like the ones that go to a point. Anyway, I got it. I paid about £13 for that one several years ago. So number 3, Cotman rigger. Right, okay, I've got a little bit of, well, I put a bit of linseed oil. I put a bit of fast drying oil, but I mix it with a bit of linseed as well, just to help the flow a bit. Okay. Now, the colours that I use are my choice. You don't have to use them, you don't have to use any of them. You can go your own way. I just give you the basics as far as I can. I mean, I'm self-taught. I've learned the hard way. And what's this saying? A self-taught artist has a bad teacher, and that is true. So I've been doing this for 50 years now. 50 years. But I got really serious about painting probably, well, oil painting anyway, about 20, 30 years ago. I had a friend so was very, very good oil painter. He was self-taught as well. Right, okay, so let's get a sky in first. So a bit of white, bit of blue, plenty of liquid, and we'll just, see what I mean? You need some lubrication. I've got that just to stop the ball from rattling. This is an awesome size of piece of paper. I used to use some of it occasionally for demonstrating watercolours. No, just go more or less to the edge. Down here. You can always cut it down if you want to put it in a mount. But I prefer a more landscape size. Like I could have cut it down, 20 by 12, something like that. That would be a good landscape size. I'm going to do a river again. Probably what I did yesterday, but a version of. I'm going to put spring trees in, or that sort of thing. It's gooey. Okay, the river's going to go down there. And they'll start to build up the cloud, the light clouds in the sky, if that's what I want. Oh, okay, there we go. That's the basics. It's called killing the canvas. So for something to look dark, you've got to put it against something that is light. Okay, give the brush a bit of clean. I'm going to put in some clouds now. While that's going off, bit of burnt sienna, lump of white. I'll keep that separate. I think no, I won't. Now, I don't spend a lot of time on the skies. Want the white on the top of that. I'll go back to the white. No. A nice light on the light over in here. We can counterchange trees against that. Nice big cloud. We can put a little bit of blue and a touch of that. So just a bit of cloud shadow. Okay, so a bit of that sienna in there. Get a bit of light under there. Just a touch of burnt sienna, just to warm it up a bit. Look, I'm working over the whole picture. I'm not stuck on one bit. Okay, just get some lights on the top here. We'll put some down here. No use all that white. Right, now we want there. I tend to prefer using burnt sienna rather than yellow ochre in the skies. It's a much warmer colour. Okay, we'll let that go for a minute. Clean the brush. No, just put it through a bit of toweling, but don't be too brutal with it because you'll pull the hairs out. But there we go. Right, now I'm going to put the trees in there. Let's just take the bits off. I think maybe that cloud could be a bit darker in here. Now looking at my sky out there, it's just a there's nothing. It's just grey, very light grey. Right, okay. Right, okay. Now, the River Wandle, well, it's a chalk stream, a Surrey chalk stream. They're rare in the world, but in the UK, we've got most of them. There are about 200 in the UK, or 200 worldwide. They're sort of rivers, streams, that have got a sort of a chalk and flint sort of pebble base, not rather than mud. And they're lovely, and our River Wandle is one of them. It's been much abused over its lifetime, with mills. I think there's 60 mills working on it at one time. And when we go for our cup of tea and coffee, after that's halfway through our ride, it's where William Morris, is it William Morris? William Morris, he designed fabrics for, and wallpapers and stuff, for Liberty's, a very famous department store in London, in the West End. And a lot of the factories, small factories, very small, are still there. And the mill is still working, but it only powers the lighting because the water authority, Thames Water, they take too much water out of the Wandle. It was rated, I think it was rated for about 5 or 6 horsepower, but it's down to about 3, and it's not enough to get more electricity for other projects. But it's lovely to have, and it's in good condition. So if you live in the south of London, pay a visit to Malden Hall Park, where the boardwalk is, and where all the views I do. They're not accurate. I don't do photographs of them. I just make them up. But I'm inspired by the trees in the distance in the park, over the marsh grass and this pond. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a river. But to do that, we need to get some different greens. So red, yellow, and blue. And there you have a lovely I used what did I use yesterday? Yes, I used the inch. Oh, I used the inch brush for that. All right, these are just random trees. We'll just put some more colour in there. Right, we're dark in there now, so let's just darken that green. A good bit of darker, we can use a bit of Payne's grey down there. Go over there. Alright, let's just get a bit of yellow, or a bit of ochre in there. I've used the ochre. Ochre from burnt sienna. It's plenty of colour. So what we got there, like basic trees. Got a bit of Payne's grey there, a bit of red. So the river is quite narrow. It's but there are plenty of fish in it. But it does get polluted from time to time by going through a sewage farm. Bring that over there, just now, although this is based on what I did yesterday, it will be different. Oh, okay, so a bit of orange in there. We want you want texture and variety in the colours. We're making a painting, not a photograph. We're trying to make a work of art. And talking about that, I had a sort of an echo from heart echo yesterday in a local hospital, and in the waiting room there's a TV on the screen up, and it was doing the art challenge from BBC, so that was good. Okay, no, we're going to let that sort of nurdle for a bit. Now, light against dark, so Right, we'll get some texture in this here. Right, once it's dark in there, again, just get this establish the shadow. I do like abstract art as well, but I'm not having much luck with doing it. Although I've demonstrated quite a lot of them, and the tone studies with 2 or 3 colours. All right, we're doing too much there. Let's come over here. We'll put some darks in, put some of that there. There we go. Another dark with Payne's grey and burnt sienna. Okay, now the river goes somewhere, so need some stuff coming out here. Bits of shadow in the shore. A bit of blue. Bit of distance. Alright, let's get some light back in those, on the edges of those trees, or impressions of trees, so let's just got to leave some holes for the birds to fly through. Right, we'll go back to that. I think that side is a bit better, but I'd say better, isn't it? Okay, let's change the other side now then. Bit of dark shadow in there. Got a bit of colour change there, I think. Probably on the wrong side. That's what we want there. Okay, let's go back to this colour here. We'll have grass, green grasses in here. Well, of course they would be green, wouldn't they? A bit of bluey grey. Just get in there. So I want to be able to pull that down into the water. Right, let's get these, get the greeny bits. Just colour change. The mixed greens. Right, look at the banks in the shadow in the here. Dark green, just a quickie. And we've got a nice green there. Right, let's have a clump of green. Right, then we get some lights in there. So light against dark. That's how you get things to stand out. Okay, let's go over here and have a go. See if I can get both sides sort of matching. It's the same bank. Clean the brush. Right, now we're just going to get a bit of that lovely yellow in there. It's all texture, it's just suggestions. All suggestion. Now if I was really clever I would get more light in that, but I think we're going okay. I'll just change the brush just to get the river coming down in there. Touch of that grey. That's going uphill. Right, okay, now we can put some sky colour. No, I don't like that's going uphill. What do we do? Let's get the dark and just bring it down a bit. Still going uphill. Okay, let's get a bit of reading here. Just reduce the size of that stuff there. I can't remember if there's any poppies in these things. Alright, just drag that down. Right, come over here and we'll just clean the brush. Touch of that. I like doing this. Well, just push in, pull in. So a bit of dark in here. Just get a bit of that bluey colour. Just put in some texture in there. We've got a bit of texture down there. just did something there just to disguise where that's going up too high. Oh, nearly. Still not done, is it? We'll let that go. So I do all this with the texture, and I'm not so sure about that blue. Well, anyway, let's get a bit of light in there. Just adding some bushes. We haven't got a lot of counter change there, have we? Okay, that's okay. So we've got the banks coming up here. Well, it's a bit higher there. I'll cut that back a bit. Right, okay, let's put some on the other side. Look, the brush is worn out, but look what he does. Okay, I think we can put in some wildflowers there, why not? Let's have a bit of red. With all that green, it's just all right. Now we can put some whites in. Okay, well, that'll do. I can't do any more. I think I'll see if I can find a mount. I've got some in a fold. Well, I make you folders. Maybe this stuff. Let's just move that over there. Sorry. So 2 brushes, 3 brushes, 3 brushes. There's no, I've not done any, I suppose, oh, I probably could, what would I do? Oh, well, that's a bit different, isn't it? Okay, mount. So bear with me. Oops, stuck myself with an oily brush. Got to move some stuff here. Got frames and all sorts. So what's that? Probably too big. Oh, that was an acrylic I did quite a time ago. I think it's acrylic. Yeah, that's acrylic. It's just another bit of the Wandle Valley near the boardwalk. Let's take it out of that mountain. Right, bear with me. Let's take the maskage or the tape off. It's been on there for several years. Nearly, that's one side. Okay. I've got too much on, I've got four bits. It's going to be a bit of a to do if it's not the right, oh, just one more. If it's not the right size, there we go. It's a 16 by 12. I should really, let's just put it there, take off these clips and that. Oh, God. Right. It's quite a large room I've got as a studio, but once you've got all your tables in and your easels and stuff, you haven't got enough room. Right, okay, here we are. Let's put that on. Oh, there we are. How's that? I have to go a bit higher, I think, because it won't go down anymore. So let's just give it a bit more height. So there we are, another Wandle. I love doing these. It's just texture. There's no apart from the bits of poppy. There's no detail. There's got a few scraping outs, but there's no. It's all texture. Using the flat of the brush and pushing and pulling. You saw how I did it. Look, I like that. That comes down, and these little bits here. Well, I'll take a photograph of that for Facebook. I hope you like that one, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.